Okay, so guys, tell me, can you spot the difference? We're looking at a freeze frame from CNBS's Fast Money back in May 2024, and we have the Tesla stock intraday chart, $171.97 per share. Fast forward December 2024, same network, same segment, same guest. Tesla stock intraday price chart, $351.42 per share. This segment, ironically called Fast Money. Oh, I mean, I guess, yeah, a fast exchange of money from bears to bulls. So we're going to start back earlier this year. The title of this segment, The Big Short Investor, Danny Moses, doubles down on bet against Tesla. Now, if you'll recall, I did actually cover this at the time, suggesting it's probably not going to age well and I'll be here to roast him when it doesn't. Well, here we fucking are. $171 a share, and this guy is doubling down on a short against Tesla stock, which has doubled since. Let's see what he had to say then and why he's a moron.
Welcome back. Tesla's charge continuing to get drained, down 1.5% for a third straight day in the red. Quartz reporting the company has removed 3,400 job listings from its site recently. Only 3 positions are currently posted. The stock is down 6% already this month. And Danny here is sticking with his short call on the stock after calling for it to head to $50 here on our show last November. So how do you feel about it now?
For someone who cares so much about the human race, he is firing a lot of humans at this moment. And everything's kind of falling apart in their core business. So what's he doing? He's pointing everybody to robotaxis and AI and autonomy and all that. At the same time, the DOJ is now, Reuters is reporting, is investigating.
Yeah, I remember this now at the time, right? He was just going down the entire FUD list of Tesla Q points. None of it at all having anything to do with Tesla's core business, their technology, or their lead. Oh, shit, I remember this at the time. Oh, man. Anyway, back to Danny.
This for wire fraud, et cetera, because he's been selling a product that doesn't exist. So we have August 8th is this unveiling of Robotaxi Day. And before that, it's going to be the vote. Shareholders are probably going to grant him $56 billion in options, obviously, here. A big news event that I don't think got enough play was an investment into a company called Wave, which has been around now for 7 years, by SoftBank, by NVIDIA, and a follow-on by Microsoft, Bill Gates personally, et cetera. $1 billion just got injected. This company is now in the process. They are using autonomy right now for driving in cities. And so I don't think people paid attention to that enough. I'm invested in a venture capital fund, Compound, that actually has an investment. They were there early 7 years ago, so just for full disclosure. So I've been up on the story for a long time. I think people really need to see, and I think the more time that goes by here and their core business is coming under pressure, I think this move to own it for robotaxis and AI is going to fade over time. So 150 billion market cap at $50 seems like a reasonable valuation to me.
You're still short.
Now, I remember this too, the disclosure that he had an investment in a supposed competing autonomous company. Certainly didn't appear in the media claiming to be short Tesla and betting against the stock to try and make a quick profit on that short position. Melissa Lee just about to ask, or currently asking, so you're still short Tesla stock. Let's see what he had to say at $171 per share earlier this year.
Time. So 150 billion market cap at $50 seems like a reasonable valuation to me.
You're still short, and you're looking forward to head to 50.
Yeah, staying short.
Thought the stock was going to $50 a share. Currently recording this at $350 a share a few months later. Fast forward today, and by the way, that look on Melissa Lee's face, I think she is looking forward to roasting Danny and asking how his financial anus is recovering after shorting Tesla stock earlier this year and seeing the stock double within a matter of months. I mean, is it just me? God, her face tells a story. So let's see what Danny's got to say today and whether he has any regrets for that obviously moronic decision.
Let's talk Tesla now. The rally taking a breather today. Shares down 1.5% after new data showed deliveries from its Shanghai factory fell for the second month in a row. Yet our guest trader tonight, Danny Moses, who's been short Tesla at various times since 2016, isn't betting against it right now. And for the viewer...
Bro, we have to watch that again. Watch her face as she starts describing the guest and the fact that he's been short. Bro, just watch.
Now, the rally taking a breather today. Shares down 1.5% after new data showed deliveries from its Shanghai factory fell for the second month in a row. Yet our guest trader tonight, Danny Moses, who's been...
You see that smirk come the side of her lip? I've got one more time and then we're going to move on. This is just too good.
The rally taking a breather today. Shares down 1.5% after new data showed deliveries from its Shanghai factory fell for the second month in a row. Yet our guest trader tonight, Danny Moses, who's been short Tesla at various times since 2016, isn't betting against it right now. And for the viewer, you're constantly trading, so keep us updated on where you are.
Listen, I first got into the trade after the Solar City deal was done in kind of late 2016 into 2017, thinking that, wow, it was an awful deal. I'm going to get into the stock now short, off and on for the last few years. The first quarter this year, when they reported,
who was the CEO of Solar City at the time?
His cousin.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. We won't go to. He won that court case also.
Okay.
So fast forward to the first quarter this year. It had just started to trade on fundamentals for the first time in a long time. It was hanging around $140, $150, right? So you felt, okay, the quarter was bad. What happened? Promise of autonomous day in August, which ended up getting pushed out to October. Flies to China to get some regulatory relief on certain things. And lo and behold, attaches himself to Trump to make all the other stuff go away. When the story moves.
All right, hold up. So this guy has just exposed himself as a typical self-identifying member of Tesla Q. You note he just made the outrageous claim that Musk has, quote, attached himself to Trump to make the other stuff go away. This level of insinuation, as if, first of all, there's something to make go away, and second of all, this projection of his own values or lack thereof, his own character or lack thereof onto Musk, suggesting that he would be attaching himself to Trump for self-interest. What? See, this is where these shorts lose me. They're not thinking rationally. It's purely emotional. The worldview of a Tesla short seller seems to be, I hate myself, I hate my life, I have not fulfilled my potential. It makes me extremely mad seeing somebody like Elon Musk be successful. Therefore, the only possible reason that he is successful that I can cope with is he must be bad or dishonest or a fraud, because that way I have an excuse. See, the only reason my life sucks and I hate myself and I'm super depressed is because I'm not willing to do the very bad things that Elon bad does to get where he got. Therefore, I have an excuse. It's not my fault because I wasn't willing to be bad like he was. It's the same story every fucking time. These people of dark psyche, they project their own character or lack thereof onto somebody like Musk. And they make insane insinuations like this. And every time it leads to them betting against the company and destroying their capital. Every fucking time. When was the last time you guys heard a Tesla short seller that made a rational argument against Tesla? Now, this is distinct from being a bear and thinking the stock's overvalued, but actively shorting the stock, given its history, every time someone shorts Tesla stock, they get ruined. To actively short the stock, I've not ever heard a single Tesla short seller who didn't have some personal issue with Musk, which was just a projection of their own self-hatred onto the guy as a coping mechanism for their own terrible life. Please, one example. If you guys can provide one where that wasn't the case, I'd love to know. It's personal here. He's not talking about the company. He's trying to tarnish Musk, talk about Musk's character. There's probably going to be more. And again, Melissa Lee has heard this story 1,000 fucking times. Watch her face as another man-child projects his own self-hatred onto Musk. Just watch.
From non-fundamental to technical and those nature, that's when I leave a story. And we talk about it on the podcast a lot, giving updates there. But to people that are listening now, it's very difficult, certainly to short a name that is not trading on fundamentals. It's also hard to go long a name when it's all on promises. And I'll say this about Musk. He's promised shareholders things in the
Notice, he's describing Tesla and whether he's still short. And when asked about this, well, I'll say this about Tesla. Oh, wait, no, he didn't say I'll say this about Tesla. He said I'll say this about Musk. Here's some more personal attacks. I can see it coming a mile away. Same story every time. These Tesla Q NPCs are so predictable. Watch. There's going to be some more bullshit. The same talking points, the Tesla Q talking points. Elon bad, Elon fraud, Elon liar, Elon self-interested, some shit like that. Watch.
The past that never came to fruition was given the benefit of the doubt. He's now talking about cutting $2 trillion from the U.S. budget, being able to basically improve the budget.
So Melissa was just asking about Tesla, the company, Tesla stock, and asking if Danny's still short, and he's confirming he's not currently short. And in response, he's talking about Musk's desire to help US taxpayers save money through the Department of Government Efficiency. What the fuck does that have to do with Tesla stock or his short position or lack thereof, or the company? Oh, wait, nothing. Again, he's going after Musk. It's amazing. Bro, these people need help.
And you're not going to be able to do that. So it's one thing to mess with shareholders. It's another, in my opinion, to mess with the American citizen. We'll see. But it feels like it's moving from the corporate world into the
Here's a little
US.
Don't mess with
soapbox
America,
action there.
man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to go there a little bit just to round that out.
The question is,
Melissa Lee called him out gently. It's some soapbox action there, right? And then he goes, well, yeah, I had to go there just around it. It's the poor guy, man. He's just pure emotionals. Whole worldview is Elon's been incredibly successful, but I haven't been, therefore I need to create an excuse as to why I'm not. It must be that Elon's terrible because I'm not a bad person, therefore I can't do what Elon did because I'm a good person, therefore Elon bad. Let me explain why Elon bad. You guys understand how important psychology is to investing, right? This dumb fuck was shorting Tesla stock near $150 a share months ago. The stock's now doubled. He's ruined himself financially, but he hasn't had a moment of reflection. Wait, why did I do that? Was that really a good idea after all the history of people shorting the stock and getting burned? Why did I think it was a great idea to do this?
Does Elon Musk want to take away a lot of the safety net services of people who can't even afford?
No, not Dan. Now, Dan, Mr. Dummy Spit himself, also seems to have it in for Musk for similar reasons. Oh, God. Now, by the way, just to be clear, Tim over here on the left used to short Tesla, was quite bearish, and then suddenly eventually realised, well, he didn't like fucking himself financially, and eventually flipped to fairly neutral, although he still seems a little sceptical. But Tim's woken the fuck up. Danny, well, apparently not. And Dan seems to be a lost cause. And Guy says, I don't know anything about anything all the time. And Melissa just likes to laugh. So you got an ex-bear, a dumb short, an Elon hater, and a bit of a dunce. Melissa's quite neutral, asks good questions and just lets people self-immolate. And then you got Guy who probably won't add a whole lot. This is just amazing to see.
Or Teslas, you know what I mean? I just think this is an uncharted territory where we are right now. It's one thing to take Dick Cheney, who is the CEO of Halliburton, and put him in that sort of seat, and it's a very transparent sort of thing. What's going on with this Doge is going to be it's not going to be particularly transparent.
Okay, so there's a word that starts with re and ends in tard that I could use to describe Dan, but I won't because that would be too accurate. So instead, I'm just going to point something out. The entire purpose of the Department of Government Efficiency is ultra transparency. There's going to be regular updates on X audio with Vivek and Elon. It's going to be the most transparent thing you have ever seen happen in US government. That's the whole point. So either Dan is talking out of his ass or he's brain dead or both. Why would you say something that's just so counter to reality? He's so ill-informed. It's okay to say, look, I don't know anything about this, so I'll just shut the fuck up. That's what Guy does all the time. He's like, bro, I don't know anything. I've got no opinion. And Dan here is just going to, God damn it. I honestly think that Dan's on the panel just for entertainment value, right? They bring him along just to say dumb shit and embarrass himself, and Melissa always gently calls him out. So anyway, this is amazing, dude.
This is interesting because it does go back to a trade, because you think about who this alienates in terms of Tesla buyers, right? And so for everybody who loves where Elon Musk stands, there's probably somebody else who doesn't. It's on the opposite side.
By the way, I do just want to add some more context. The vast majority of people on this panel, in fact, probably all of them, in fact, Tim could possibly be an exception, but forget that. The rest of them for sure, voted for Kamala, lifelong Democrats. The network leans heavily left. You guys won't remember Joe. He's one of the few right-leaning folks on the network. It's certainly true there are some people on the left who are super butthurt that Elon endorsed and supported Orange Man bad. But to Melissa's point, the opposite is more likely to be true. For every one person that's super butthurt that Musk endorsed Orange Man bad, there's a number of people that look at him as a hero and really want to support him. Remember, Trump did not just win the presidency. He won the popular vote. He swept every swing state. It was an overwhelming victory. The actual majority of Americans voted for Trump. Just keep that in mind when you hear left-leaning media outlets framing things from their left-leaning perspective.
That might be true for Coca-Cola, or when you talk about brands that have alienated. I'm not certain that holds water in terms of Tesla and their base. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. And quite frankly, I don't even know if it's about auto sales anymore. Anyway, so I get what you're saying, but I don't think that moves the needle.
Think about this. Other than this comp package thing that happened yesterday, the only court case that Musk really ever lost was that he was forced to buy Twitter. Right? What happened when he bought Twitter? Only good things happened for him because he used it as a platform to spread whatever kind of information to get what he wanted. And every single investigation that might
again, I mean, the projection here needs to be called out. He bought X. He used the platform to, quote, spread whatever kind of information he wanted. What the fuck? You mean allow people to share thoughts and opinions and ideas? Again, he's painting this like Musk bought Twitter specifically to allow him to start propagating some propaganda, which is ironic considering the fake news and the left-leaning media does the exact same thing that they're accusing Musk of doing. This guy is so unhinged and emotional. It's just, goddamn, please don't ever be this guy. I mean, you can disagree with people's opinions, right? But just don't be this dumb that your entire worldview is Elon bad and you're willing to destroy yourself financially as a coping mechanism for how you feel about yourself. This is crazy.
Have been going on is now gone. But to Dan's point, you should be concerned as a U.S. consumer, if you get approved for FSD when it's still supervisory, it's a danger. And that's not a Tesla comment. That's just in general. So that's the stuff I'm watching for now. It has nothing to do with the Tesla stock.
Again, we know there are industries and the auto sector. The irony here is that actually the big three, or maybe the big two now, don't necessarily love what should be support of Detroit. And again, I know it sounds crazy, but removing EV subsidies and making it more expensive to build an EV car is not good news for GM, who's not given any credit for their ICE business. So GM shareholder, I actually think some of this is sentiment that will just work.
Oh, God damn it, dude. Tim still owns GM stock. It explains why I was so negative on Tesla all those years ago, right? Now, he does have a fair point. The EV tax credit going away, which presumably it will, and it should, is actually going to hurt companies like Government Motors and Ford, who today are trying to sell electric vehicles to consumers, and in doing so, trying to compete with Tesla in terms of comparable-ish performance, and prices are losing tens of thousands of dollars per electric vehicle sold. They need all the help they can get.
Work its way through. But I mean, look at the steel sector today. There's all these conversations about keep it in America, build it in America, no foreign partners for America. Not great always.
Hey, really quickly, I know Mel wants to move here. They also want to cut the CFPB. So we're talking about autos, we're talking about this sort of thing. There's a lot of implications if you cut that. That is meant to protect consumers from financial fraud or whatever.
Exactly.
So I think there might be a lesson in today's video, and that is, when it comes to investing, you must leave your emotions and your feelings at the door. Otherwise, you too may be in such an emotional haze, so blinded by your feelings that you do something incredibly stupid, like short Tesla stock months before it doubles, not because of anything at all to do with Tesla the business, but because of the way you feel about Elon Musk. Don't be this guy. I mean, holy fuck, dude. How can he not see that it's personal? He's asked about Tesla by Melissa Lee, and instead of talking about Tesla, he's talking about Elon, and he specifically then says that some of his points now about the stock and being bearish on the company aren't to do with the company or the stock, it's to do with Elon and other things. Pay attention to these red flags in your own investing decisions. If you ever hear yourself thinking about not the company, not the technology, not the fundamentals, not the industry, but instead the leader of the company, the founder of the company, or things that they happen to be doing that are outside of their involvement in the business, that are completely irrelevant, red fucking alert. And I mean, come on, bro. Like, have we not learned the lesson? Just don't bet against Elon. Even if you hate yourself, it makes you feel better about your shitty life. Just don't even do it. Never works out. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. Plus, has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.